Bonjour and hello everybody. This is Deepthi, Directrice of Here and Now, the French Institute. I welcome you to another episode of Learning French series. And today's topic is the most wanted, le passé composé. Le passé composé is a very frequently used tense which is very important, and the formation of passé composé serves as a basis for many other tenses in French. Hence, learning passé composé helps in understanding deep and complex structures of grammar. Okay, let's begin by understanding what passé composé is. Passé composé is used to express an action that has been completed at some time in the past or at the time of speech. It refers to present perfect tense and past tense in English. Since we're going to learn many tenses in the upcoming videos, let me just give you a few steps in the learning process. We call it les trois règles d'or du passé composé, the three golden rules of passé composé. Golden rule number 1, the formation. Passé composé is formed by placing subject plus auxiliary verb plus past participle plus object. The auxiliary verbs are être and avoir. They are also known as helping verbs. As the name suggests, passé composé, it is a composite of avoir or être, the auxiliary verb, followed by past participle, participe passé. Assuming that you know the conjugation of the verbs avoir and être in the present tense, let's move on to the formation. If you are a beginner, you may have difficulties in understanding conjugating verbs and the past participles in French. I recommend you to watch our videos on French conjugation series and past participle in French, participe passé en français. Formula for sentence structure in French is subject, verb, objet. It is no different for passé composé. However, we need two verbs to form. Subject, je, tu, il, elle, and so on. Verb 1, auxiliary verb, avoir or être, conjugated in the present form. Verb 2, past participle or participe passé of the action verb, followed by the object. Let's see some examples. J'ai parlé à Jean. Tu as fini ton projet? Il est allé au bureau. Elle est partie pour le Canada. Nous avons travaillé ensemble. Vous êtes devenu célèbre. Ils ont commencé à travailler. Elles ont né le même jour. From these examples, you would have understood that either we need avoir or être as auxiliary verbs, past participle to form passé composé. But where to use avoir and where to use être is the question. Many of you may find it confusing, but it need not be that difficult. Certain action verbs need être and other action verbs need avoir. So what are they? So the golden rule number 2 will help us understand which auxiliary verb, avoir or être, to use. The golden rule number 2, the V16. There are 16 verbs that need verb être as their auxiliary verb to form passé composé. Naître, mourir. Aller, revenir, retourner, rentrer. Entrer, sortir. Arriver, partir. Monter, descendre. Rester, passer. Devenir. And the rest of the verbs need avoir as their auxiliary verb. How to remember these 16 verbs? I will share 3 methods with you to remember all the 16. Method number 1. If you have closely observed the verbs and pondered over the meaning, then you may have noticed that they fall under two categories. Either the verbs denote a change in state, naître, mourir and devenir, or the second category would be the verbs which denote movement. Arriver, venir, partir, sortir, descendre, monter, etc. And the only exception is rester, to stay. Method number 2, la maison d'être. I'm going to narrate a story about a very well-known superhero. Do you know who it is? The most loved, the Iron Man. Il est né, il est venu, il est arrivé, il est monté, il est entré, il est resté, il est sorti, il est descendu, il est tombé, il est parti, il est allé, il est retourné, il est rentré, il est revenu, il est mort, il est devenu. Method number 3, the most commonly used method, an acronym to remember all the 16 verbs. Dr. Mrs. von der Tron. Devenir, revenir. Monter, rester, sortir. Venir, aller, naître, descendre, rentrer, entrer. Tomber, retourner, arriver, mourir, partir. Passé. All the pronominal verbs like se réveiller, se lever, se laver, etc. How to conjugate pronominal verbs in passé composé will be explained in a different video. Now, let's see some more examples for normal verbs. Sophie a fini son travail. Sophie has finished her work. Jean est tombé de l'escalier. John fell down from the stairs. Ils ont fait un grand gâteau. They made a big cake. Elles sont parties en vacances. They left for vacation. Finally, the golden rule number 3. Accord du participe passé. For être, it is necessary to add a or s to the past participle as follows. A is added if the subject is feminine. Sophie est partie. S is added if the subject is plural. Vous êtes venu? A and S are added if the subject is feminine and plural. Les femmes sont allées. This is a short video on passé composé. Hope you have understood and enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more such content. For feedback, please comment at the bottom. Like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to Here and Now the French Institute. Until then, this is Deepthi signing off. Au revoir and happy learning French.